Private property warning. Access denied. But still cool to know that there is actually a Del Monte farm right here near Plant City, Florida. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's so gorgeous out here, guys. Oh man, finally, no rain today. No rain when I'm hitting the road and about to have fun with you guys. So hopefully we'll have a good time. Welcome back, everyone. I am Tampa J, and today I'm continuing my highway journey, my Florida highway journey here on Highway 60, starting here at County Line Road, exiting Hillsborough County, entering Polk County. We're gonna see what we can find. Come along with me. There is much ahead. This mural welcomes us to a little town called Mulberry. It sits right here on Highway 60 just after you enter Polk County. Mulberry is a small town, also home to the Florida phosphate industry. This old building sits on the corner of Badcock Boulevard and First Avenue, right on the other side of Highway 60 in downtown Mulberry. United Food and Commercial Workers. It looks like at some point this used to be the meeting place for a local union for the International Food and Chemical Workers. Over there to the right beyond the railroad tracks is Badcock Home Furniture and More. Probably a good reason why this street we're standing on is called Badcock Avenue. And over here to the left, this old sign hanging says Keller's Cleaners. It's definitely seen better days. The sign on Keller's Cleaners says, "Sorry, we're closed." And just guessing by taking a look at that sentence, I don't think they've been open since Christmas. Directly adjacent from the old Union Hall is Carol's Cafe. Looks like an awesome brunch eatery. On the side of the cafe, there's this mural, Carol's Cafe open for breakfast. There's a hamburger fishing there. And check it out. On the bottom, beyond this table, it says home of the 14-ounce hamburger. Looks like they also offer a $3 strawberry sundae. Ladies and gentlemen, this train welcomes us to the Florida Phosphate Museum. Mosaic, the largest phosphate company in the state of Florida and possibly the world. They have an extensive amount of land here in Florida, all devoted to mining phosphate. What is this? Looks like someone just landed on the beach in Normandy. You're looking at a dragline bucket, the buckets they use to move phosphate. 44 cubic yards at one time. Looks like an old train, an old steam locomotive. It sure has seen better days. It's barely hanging in there. This locomotive was discovered in 2012 by the State Department of Environmental Protection. The workers believed they had discovered some large steel pipe, but as they kept unearthing, they found this giant steam locomotive. And it's still a mystery how it got there out in the middle of a Mosaic phosphate mine. This old ladder truck sits beside Highway 60 in between these railroad tracks and this old, what looks to be an old landfill or phosphate mine. Check out the large hill behind the fire engine. Not too many hills in Florida, especially in these parts. If you do see them, they were man-made. Instantly, every time I gaze upon railroad tracks, I think of the movie Stand By Me, and Richard Dreyfuss's voice enters my head and starts depicting the scene I'm gazing upon. Anyone else think that way? Maybe it's just me. It's so peaceful out here at the Wildwood Cemetery of Bartow, Florida. We're about to enter to search for the resting place of America's oldest man. I have no idea where this gravesite is. Just hoping it kind of jumps out at us. We'll find it though. Gotta find it. Just a quick update. I've been walking around this cemetery for nearly 25 minutes and still I haven't found the gravesite I've been looking for. But I'm not giving up. We must find it. I found some information online. I think I was way off. I'm now walking up to the front of the cemetery. It's getting hot out here and I'm almost about to give up. I stopped underneath the shade of this tree. Just kind of looking out to see if I see it. I have a picture of it. That's all I really have. Almost gave up. And then out of the corner of my eye, I saw good old Charlie. Welcome to the gravesite of America's oldest man, Charlie Smith, born July 4th, 1842, died October 5th, 1979. That would have put him at 137 years old. That's one heck of a lifetime. That's almost 3 lifetimes. You know, when I researched this grave, I only saw the headline. It said Charlie Smith, America's oldest man. So I thought, man, I want to check that out. Upon doing further history just now, I just discovered that Charlie Smith came to America when he was 12 from Libya. He was brought here as a slave. And in 1863, when Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation, he was granted his freedom. And he moved out west to become a ranch hand. He became known for his tales about his colorful life in the Old West as a ranch hand, gambler, train robber, bounty hunter, family man, honky-tonk owner, and a circus sideshow attraction. And eventually he made his way back here to Bartow, Florida, where he passed away in 1979. And the story goes that when Charlie Smith died, he had no family around to pay for his gravestone. So the city of Bartow got together and purchased his gravestone for him. All his family had died years before him. Can't tell if this gas station is open or not. It looks all boarded up. These gas pumps are in pristine shape. We now come further inside of Bartow to Stanford and Hendry Street. This house across the street is 555 Stanford Street. It used to be the home of Zeta and the classic 1991 movie, My Girl. Welcome to the My Girl house. Such a classic movie and such a tearjerker too, especially that ending. But I've always wanted to see this house. I've seen it so many times on YouTube, including some filming locations done by one of my friends and fellow YouTuber, Adam the Woo. Check out his filming locations. I'll put a link to that video in the description below. But dang, so cool to see Zeta's house. And this is kind of the same angle where you see Zeta plant her feet into the grass, kind of like this. The camera was like this, and then it pans up, her walking toward the house. As pointed out before, you actually see this horse in the movie, and it's still here today, 29 years later, right in front of the house. Shout out to Dad, he really likes that movie. I remember the first time he watched it, he had to message me. It reminded him of his childhood. He grew up in about the same era as the movie was filmed. And happy Father's Day, Dad. Love you. What a beautiful and peaceful neighborhood. Just had to point out some of these houses and how pretty of a day it is. Have I said that? It's such a gorgeous day outside here along Highway 60. National Automotive Parts Association, owned by Genuine Parts Company. Assurance is quality. The old Napa store with the old Napa sign caught my eye. I used to work for this company for almost a decade. I started off as a delivery driver and worked myself up all the way to store manager. It's not every day you get to see an old-timey looking Napa, so I had to stop and share it with you. Right next door to Napa is Hollywood Signs window tinting. Had to notice the old Hollywood sign up there. It looks just like the old Hollywood side of Hollywood. I like stuff like that. Welcome to the Courthouse Square of downtown Bartow. Right at noon. I couldn't have timed that perfectly. That was totally a coincidence. Courthouse is ringing. I believe we're going to hear it 12 times. Was that 12? I believe that was 12. this is where we are going to end the video, right here in downtown Bartow, Florida. Thanks for joining me, guys. It's been such a pleasure driving around these Florida highways and just seeing what I can find. It's been a pleasure having you. Thanks for joining me. If you like the video, if you like this type of content, do me a favor. Give the video a thumbs up. It lets me know that you enjoy it. Can't wait to get back here and start my journey again on Highway 60, which I will continue very soon. Thank you so much, my friends. I love you. Always have. I don't know, I just decided to do Braveheart right there. Okay, I'll end it. Thanks for joining me, guys. See you next time. I am Tampa J, and there is much ahead. Bye-bye. See ya. It's starting to get hot out here. Woo! Very hot.